Good evening everybody, welcome back to Ubrink Studio. Today we're going to be looking at these lovely Lewis and Irene fabrics. I have got the laptop here in case you have any questions, and hopefully it will pop up. It's not doing so yet, but I'm sure it will do at some point. I'll just fiddle about with it and see what happens. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Bluebell wood Reloved, and that's all of these plus this little bit here, and then as a filler we're also going to be looking at spring treats, and I don't have very many of the spring treats left, just these. And to show how well they go together, don't look too closely because I've just mopped this up, make sure I got them all right. So that's the, have I got that one here? Well, the rabbits are out of stock already, so we've got the outside edge one here and the spring treats. So that just shows you how nicely these all go together, and we can chop and change. So these are £12.50 a metre. I'll do half metres and fat quarters if anybody asks for them. Oh, and so is the spring treats, so there we go, don't have to worry too much about that. This one is the Bluebell wood. Let's have a look at the code. So it's A636C1, and all I've got left are 3 fat quarters in this, and then that's gone. So that's got little rabbits looking up in trees, some hedgehogs, there's some sun on there, little suns as well in the trees, and then there's the bluebells and the little path going all the way through the wood. Very pretty, like that one. Put that over there for now. We have the same thing in a blue, as you can see, which is really, really lovely. And if you wanted to mix and match, you can see how well these all go together, because the colours all work together. And you might be thinking, well, you wouldn't want to put that yellow in there. Well, I would. Nice and bright. Why can't you have bright together? And then you can put the pink in. See how it changes it all the time. It's lovely. So this one I've got 1 metre only left in that blue. Pop that one down there. And then we're going to go to these. These have got hedgehogs on them and mushrooms, and what looks like there's bluebells, and I think they're dandelion clocks on that one. So here is the pattern. I'll hold that up for you so you can see instead of looking at me. Very, very pretty. Remember, if you're going to be making anything where you're cutting, and you, like with this one, I particularly picked this rabbit one because you have to make sure all your rabbits go up the right way. So on this one you need to make sure your hedgehogs and your mushrooms are all up the right way, otherwise it will look odd. This one, I've only got 2 metres of it in the blue. This is a creamy colour background. It's the same design. Is that the right way up? Yeah, same design. So you can see the hedgehogs a little bit more clearly, and you've got all these lovely dandelion clocks and bluebells. I'm not sure what the other flower is because I'm not really a flower person, I'm afraid. I'm not very good at gardening, as my friends that come and visit can tell you. And this is in a green, although it doesn't look green, it is a green. It's a sort of greyy green, which is quite nice. And you can mix and match them all together. So you can see you could put those 2 together if you wanted to. You could have all 3 together if you wanted to. Or you could add in some nice bright colours if you wanted to. So I would, pink, there is pink in that, so it brings the pink out here, and the same with here. beauty of Lewis and Irene fabrics are they are pre-shrunk, so they're ready to use. If you haven't come across them before, every one more or less with each collection you can mix them and match them, and they always work, or I think they always work, and rather beautifully as well. So this, the code for this one is A128C3 for the blue, and we have 2 meters in that. This colour is C1, that's the creamy colour, and I have actually got 5 meters in that one, which is quite nice. And then this greeny colour, which is C2, I've got 4 meters in that one. In these, let me just see if I'm coming up live yet on here. I'm just going to refresh my Facebook page, because really I do need to see if anybody's asking me any questions. And at the moment, oh, there it is. Okay, so if you've got any questions, I can now see them. The spring treats, which are these 3, which I was talking about mixing and matching. This is A589C1. I've got 4 meters in the pink. Then A589C2, 4 meters in that, which is the yellow. And then in the C3, we've got 3 meters in that. And if you don't particularly like those, because you think the patterns are too small, then within the Bluebell wood Reloved, we've got these. So this is a green, and this has got teeny tiny flowers on there, and they really are tiny. I don't know if you can see that. And that's frozen, so I actually can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So little teeny tiny flowers on there. I'm assuming they're supposed to be little bluebells. This one is a green. We've then got it in this really nice blue, and then we've got it in this creamy colour background too. And if I picked out one of these, you can see you can put the blue with that, you could put the green with that, or you could put the cream with that. So you see they do all match. In the cream one, these are all still £12.50. So it's DA637C1, and with this one I've got 1 meter. So that's not going to last long. This one, the green C2, I've got 3 meters in that one. And in the C3, I've got 5 meters in this blue. Now I'm going to leave that there for a minute, because we're now going to talk about these, which are still part of the same collection, but you've got a bigger flower on them, and of course they're different colours, so they're quite nice. So this, the code is DA129, and this is C4, again £12.50, and you can see the flowers go that way up. So you've got the bluebells, and this is what I've used on the outside of this, so you can see how it works nicely together. Even though I've just showed you the rabbits sideways, we'll say they're having a sleep. So this one, C4, we've got 5 meters in that colour. In C1, we've got nothing written on it, so I'm going to guess we've got about 3 meters on there. And in this lovely purpley colour, which I really do like, got, this is the C5 and we've got 4 meters on that one. So if we start putting these together, if you were thinking about making a child's dress, or if you were thinking about making a quilt, you might not want to have the really busy ones, so you might want to put other things together. So you might want to put the pink and the purple together of the 2 designs. I would then think about maybe this lovely greeny colour would look really nice with that one. And like I say, they're pre-shrunk, so they're all ready to use. We then have this really lovely blue. So you might want to put that. If you're thinking little girls' clothes, little girls' dresses, they would look really lovely. Nice contrast. And with this green, you may want to do that, or you may want to do that, or you may want to do that. And put the 2 together. But when you look at these, you can see that they go together beautifully. So a big pattern with a little pattern, you might not want the green, you might decide you prefer the blue. So we've got the blue in there, which changes the look completely. Or you might think, I don't like that, I don't like that, but I do like that. So you might want to put those 2 together. And there again, you might want something with a bigger pattern on it, so you might want to put those 2 together. But you could also put the lilac-y colour with that, and you see how it changes it again. Or you might decide you might want to put the pink with it, and it changes it again. So just a little word about when you're making quilts, if you're going to do any quilting or patchworks, you have to remember which way your fabric's going up. Our rabbits, if you look closely, don't look too closely though, our rabbits are all facing upright. They're all looking in different directions because that's how they are on the fabric, but we don't have any of them upside down, and the same with the flower patterns as well. So if you were using this to make a quilt, you need to make sure when you're cutting your squares that you're cutting them, or your triangles, whichever, so that your hedgehogs are all facing the right way up on your quilt, whatever it is that you're making, whether it's a table runner or whether it's going on a bed or a cushion. They will look completely wrong if you've got any the wrong way round. I don't think I've got any cushions made in this particular design. I'm just having a quick squidge. No, I haven't, so I can't really demonstrate it. Maybe I'll make one and put it on to show you what it would look like. With these, the flowers do go in one direction, but you can choose, because you've got stems and bluebells coming up. If I show you up here, we've got stems and bluebells coming up that way, and then you've got other little flowers coming up this way. But because of the way it is, it wouldn't matter if it went sideways if you're doing just a border. So that's what I did on here. The border, the flowers do go in different directions, so it's fine. Okay. If you were just thinking about having these, let's get you out of the way for a moment, and you out of the way for the moment. And if you were thinking about one of these fat quarters, if you're not sure what a fat quarter is, here it is. It's 1/4 of a metre. So basically I just cut the metre into half and then half again, so we've got 4 quarters. So 4 of these is a metre. And I am doing some packs. I haven't made them up today as yet, but I will do where you can have 5 fat quarters for just over the price of a metre. It's not much more because there is the postage and the packaging and everything involved, unless you're coming to have a look yourself. Now, if you want me to make up a pack for you and you want any specific particular fabrics or whatever colourways or anything, do get in touch and let me know, because I'll make them up for you and you can then have whatever bits you need. So with that one, I'm going to put that there. You might want to put this with it. The yellow, we have yellow sun here, so the yellow changes it again, if you can see that. It's a very different way of demonstrating, isn't it? You can change it with this lovely blue, which matches quite nicely as well as the pink. Or if you don't want those and you want to stick to the actual collection that there is, again, I hold this up like this and you can see what this lovely purple looks like with it, and you can see what the blue looks like with it. Do you see how it changes it slightly? Whatever you're looking at, it will look slightly different. Too high then, wasn't it? And then this blue as well, so it's very, very subtle. And then this lovely green, which has got the bluebells on. What I wouldn't do myself, I'm not saying you can't do it, but I would not put two really busy fabrics together like this. There's nothing stopping you from doing it, because obviously it's yours and it's what you're making, but I wouldn't put two busy fabrics like that together, because I think they detract. So if you had this one and you thought, oh, I'm going to put that grey, blue, green colour, I'm not really quite sure what colour this is. It's the same colour that's in here. I'm going to put the two like that. Not something I would do, because we're going to have two busy fabrics together. But if that's your thing, what I will do is fold this one like so, put it down the middle, and then you can see how it might look on a quilt if you wanted to do that. But I think I would put something in between. So quite like that yellow. So I might put the yellow and then that in between. Can you see that okay? Does that make sense? Maybe if it's that way around, but then I'd have my hedgehogs round the wrong way and I can't do that because it would look odd, I think. So I think with these, this is the other hedgehog one, I would be very careful with how I mix and match. But if you like busy fabrics with busy quilts, then obviously that is something that you would consider doing. I think this is about as busy as I would go with something like this. That's just me. It's quite nice, I think. So Lewis and Irene, if you don't know about them, they are a British company, and their fabrics are 100% cotton. As I said earlier, they're pre-shrunk, so they're ready for you to start working in, and they're soft. They're not hard or crunchy like some of the cottons you buy, but really, really lovely and soft. So just checking this, and at the moment there's no questions. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and next week it won't be a Lewis and Irene fabric, it will be a 3D fabric, and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you for watching. Bye.